Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Hope that you're having a lovely day, a great weekend, if it's the weekend for you, which that will be when this video is being released, but I hope that you're doing well out there. Let's go ahead and dive into a full album listen today, because it's a long song Saturday, and hope that you guys are here for it. We're going to listen to the Soft Boys with their album Underwater Moonlight, which was released in 1980. So, I don't know anything about the Soft Boys. I've never heard of them. I was gifted actually a collector's box set of some of their albums and some of their singles, and I figured, you know what? Let's take a dive. Let's get wet and listen to just a full album from them. I think that's probably a great a great way of breaking the ice, I guess you could say, in listening to the band. But a few people that had at least mentioned this album would be One Nelson DJ, John Mavrodis, Tim, well, it's technically TM, RN, BN as well. And then Disconsolate Moose. So you guys at least mentioned it. Can't say for sure if you necessarily recommended it, but I see it in your comments. So thank you guys for that. And yeah, that's it. I feel like I got like a little cold or something. You know, like when you feel that feeling in your throat? Anyways, let's just dive straight into the album. Hope that you guys are looking forward to listening to it. So, like I said, I've never heard of them, and I don't know what to expect from them. But we're listening to the whole album, so I hope it's good. That's what I hope. So, let's go ahead and begin with that first track here. I gotta put my headphones on. Which is gonna be called, well, we're starting off strong. I Want to Destroy You. Let's give it a listen. Straight out the gate. I like how that I was held from the verse into the chorus. I mean, he's coming for you. Kind of a cool bass line we got here at the end. Okay, so with the first track out of the way, I Want to Destroy You. It's a track that musically and lyrically lives up to its namesake. I Want to Destroy You. The lyrics are just, I'm going to demolish you. I'm just gonna just wreck you till there's nothing left. Not even an atom to be found. I feel like there's not enough light on here. How about this? Maybe it's a little better? I don't know. Just gonna absolutely devastate you. You're done. You're gone. I want to destroy you. So, not knowing the style of music that the band is known for, because I've never listened to them, I'm still not quite sure yet. Let's dive further in before we go anywhere else with that. But I like this kind of not punk in the musical sense, but there is a certain kind of maybe indie punk kind of attitude behind at least the snarl, the way that he's singing here. And it's not like a snarl like Johnny Rotten. It's not like that. That's why I said it's not like punk, but I feel like an attitude. In spirit, perhaps, there's a little bit of that element. Maybe more of an alternative rock, perhaps even leading towards grunge. Not like it's grunge, but it's looking at grunge later on, maybe. I'm not sure. Instrumentation was pretty straightforward on this particular track, but I do think that it's a solid opener to kind of get us in. I'm curious to see where the rest of it goes from here, though. I want to destroy you, I want to destroy you. I feel it coming on again, just like it did before. They feed your pride with boredom, and they lead you on to war. The way you treat each other makes me really feel ill, because if you want to fight, then you're just dying to get killed. I want to destroy you. If you want to march yourself to a fight blindly, it's gonna bite you in the butt. A pox upon the media and everything you read. They tell you your opinions, and they're very good indeed. I want to destroy you. So we're getting this kind of political commentary here in the lyrics as well. And when I have destroyed you, I'll come picking at your bone, and you won't have a single atom left to call your own. So it calls out the media here. So it could be, of course, be talking about manipulation, propaganda, etc., etc. So maybe he's not necessarily talking about himself, I want to destroy you, but perhaps he could be speaking from a power, a leadership role, a government of sorts, and I want to destroy you from their mouths to perhaps the people that they would be and should be serving. That's at least what I'm kind of getting out of it on this one. Let's move on to the next track because I want to hear where this one goes, which is going to be Kingdom of Love. Let's go. I know the bass line's bringing me in.
In the spiritual kingdom of love, you're the one that I'm thinking of. Yeah, in the spiritual kingdom of love, you've been laying eggs under my skin. Now they're hatching out under my chin.
It's almost a psychedelic kind of sound.
Now there's tiny insects showing through. And all them tiny insects look like you. Primitive jungle of love. It's funny what you're capable of. Yeah, in the primitive jungle of love.
I love that part.
The way you look and all the things you say. Looks could kill and baby I'd be dead. Either someone's cloned you and you aren't, or you grow out of me just like a plant. Ain't no way I'm gonna
Woo, the bass line.
everything I ought to be. All I want to do is be your creature. Ain't no way I'm gonna be anything I wanna be. All I want to do is be your teacher. dishes full of slime. Well, in a physical kingdom of time, you know, I would ramble all through time and space just to have a butcher's at your face. You're the one I love, or so it seems, because you've confiscated all my dreams. Yeah!
Obviously, the bass line is the first thing that stands out to me. As soon as it comes out the gate, I'm going out the gate with it. I'm following all those horses. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make JP drink it. But this glass I am drinking. So on the bass, no wonder it sounds so good. You have Seligman on the bass. Where do we remember him from? Thomas Dolby. Remember that? So Matthew Seligman. So this is the band that he's from. This is where he started, and then of course he played with Thomas Dolby. Okay, that's actually really cool. So this is his origin story, basically. Great bass line, just stands out so nicely. And then in this track, am I detecting a little bit of a psychedelic and a little bit of a Beatles influence, especially in the singing from Robin Hitchcock. His name sounds familiar. And I feel like we've listened to him in some capacity before. But have we heard from him before? I feel like I've heard his name before. Maybe it's just because I've seen his name in the comments. I don't know. I don't see anything that's sticking out to me with his name under his discography. Anyways, his voice here, I'm getting a strong Beatles-esque kind of sound from him. And then some of the guitar kind of coming off of what we heard before, which I think is kind of that alternative rock sound. But you heard some of the washes of guitar tone were kind of lending themselves to a psychedelic sound. I think that's kind of cool. Which, like I said, I love when, listening to an album, I love when it's something completely fresh for me, completely new. I don't know the band at all. And it's exciting to see where it's going to go from there. And I'm very much still in that honeymoon phase. In the spiritual kingdom of love, you're the one that I'm thinking of. Yeah, in the spiritual kingdom of love. You've been laying eggs under my skin. Now they're hatching under my chin. That's not good. Now there's tiny insects showing through, and all of them tiny insects look like you. That's an interesting way of describing how someone's affected you. Like, you've made a connection with someone. I'm assuming they're in some sort of relationship, the spiritual kingdom of love, and that they've been laying eggs under his skin, and now they're coming out. And they all look like this person. That's a strange way of describing this relationship and how they've affected you. In the primitive jungle of love, it's funny what you're capable of. The way you look and all the things you said. If looks could kill, baby, I'd be dead. Either someone's cloned you and you aren't you, or you grow out of me just like a plant. Ain't no way I'm going to be anything I ought to be. All I want to do is be your creature. Ain't no way I'm going to be anything I want to be. All I want to do is be your teacher. I can't tell if this is a good relationship or not. It sounds like there is a mutual attraction and a connection of sorts, but I would never describe in a romantic way. Man, girl, you just infect me and sow maggot eggs in my body, and it's just like the love coming out of my body for you is just like insects coming out of my skin. I don't know. I'm not judging. I'm just saying it's not how I would describe it. Let's move on to the next track here, which is going to be Positive Vibrations. Give us some of them good vibes. Here we go. Beach Boys influence in this?
Positive vibrations unite all nations. There you go, killing for peace. Don't you know we'll never get peace anymore? Just a war. Positive vibrations. They call out all stations. Against your paranoia. Eliminate, destroy ya. There you go, killing the line.
It breaks into the verse there.
Still in the plan.
So nice.
What a waste. Positive vibrations.
There's sitar? We do have sitar.
Play with, you do it to me. I feel like oil that burns in the sea through the tar. Never stops. Positive vibrations shine through all creation. Positive vibrations shine through all creation. Vibrations.
That is a nice addition into the music. This is cool. This is really cool. Okay, this track has to be an ode and homage in some way, in some capacity to the Beach Boys, right? The name, positive vibrations, good vibrations. The harmonies, the group singing, it's kind of Beach Boy-esque. However, musically, it's not. I kind of feel like they're taking a blend. They're taking, with all due respect, a little bit from the Beach Boys, but inserting their style into it, wrapping it on this really nice gift, and presenting it to us. And I think that that's what Positive Vibrations is. And I think that they pull off really, really well. I was very surprised with the inclusion of the sitar, but it doesn't sound out of place at all. It's a very welcome, nice little addition. You know, like, I've never been to a restaurant that has courses. Like, you know, you get, I don't know how many courses, 9, 10, whatever it may be. But I would imagine, in a way, listening to an album is kind of like going through a whatever course meal, however many tracks there are in the album. So, like, first you start getting your small plates, your appetizers. But here on dish 3, you're like, okay, I'm still here. I'm still excited for the experience. But give me something to start making my taste buds pop off. And I feel like the song in general, but also the inclusion of the sitar, that unique instrumentation here, is like that flavor in that plate that you've never tasted. You're like, wow, I didn't know that was going to be in there. You know, maybe it looks like something you've had before, but you bite it and like, oh, there's some special ingredient in here that's making it taste a little bit different than usual. And I think that the band did that fantastically with this track. Andy King is going to be the one playing the sitar here. I really like Robert Hitchcock's singing here, along with everyone else that's singing. Kimberly Rue and Morris Windsor on the drums here. Which also, by the way, I haven't talked about the drums really, but the drums have been really nice throughout. Not show-offy. Sometimes a great drummer gets underrated because of how, maybe in the background, they play, you know? But there's a lot of really nice fills in here. I also noticed that in the first track as well. But there's a nice dynamic to the music when it comes to the drum section. Let's dive into these lyrics here for Positive Vibrations. Positive vibrations shine through all creation. Positive vibrations unite all the nations. Starting off pretty nice. There you go, killing for peace. Kind of a little bit of contradiction. Don't you know you'll never get peace anymore? Just get war. Positive vibrations they call at all stations. Forget your paranoia, it'll only destroy you. There you go, killing the lamb. Don't you know you're still in the plan? What a waste. I like this contradictory kind of lyricism in the way that he's writing and getting that message across. Positive vibrations. Baby, when you do it to me, I feel like oil that burns in the sea. From the top, never stops. I don't know what that means. Positive vibrations, and it just repeats through there. So it's almost like saying, perhaps this is how I view the song. I feel like it may be, when was the album came out? 1980, I think I said? 1980. Perhaps it's making fun of like the peace movement in like the 60s and 70s. Perhaps it's making fun of like hippie culture, like good vibes, when like that's cool, but like there's stuff going on that needs actual action to fix, saying good vibes is good, but let's put some effort into it. Let's actually do something to perhaps enact some sort of change for positive and for peace, I think. Let's move on to the next track, which is I Got the Hots. I didn't have to say it like that. Slightly offbeat, or is that just me?
Sip the dentures to the peach. Sip the tide of filth to the bleach. Sip the spike to the tomato. Sip the curry to the corpse. I got the hots for you.
What in the Nick Cave is this?
I got the hots for you. I got the hots for you.
Guys.
Here I am, looking out on a crystal world. Floating currents of human eyes, baking land under creamy skies.
This riff is slinking out of the alley.
Said the vicar to the waitress, the best thing about you is your waist. She laughed a laugh that echoed round the fortress. Said, wait till you see the statues in my bathroom. I got the hots for you. I got the hots for you. I got the hots for you. I got the hots for you.
I love this transition and how it opens up in a way here.
There she was.
The way the singing changes.
When you see her, your eyes awake. Electric bulbs on a birthday cake. Would you care for a lump of steak?
A lump. disgusting. I Got the Hots is so far my favorite track on the album. From the beginning, the way that the music, but specifically let's focus on the riff, the guitar, and of course Mr. Hitchcock, slinking out of a back alley in the dark in some city at night, like a pretty dame in a red dress. Like, dun 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 dun. But there's some sophistication amongst the filth. I don't know, there's something about that riff. And then he comes out singing in this slow Tom Waits, Nick Cave kind of sound. I got the hots for you. Like, dude, there's just that is a great. Remember how I said in the third meal, like it changes it up? This has gone even further and began to change the formula, begin to change those expectations. But then the way that it transitions out of that, and then the music begins to open up, Robin's voice heightens out of that murk down here and comes up into what we've heard previously. And just the way that all of that opens up is just so magnificently done. Just absolutely brilliant work. And then, especially at the end, Kimberly Rue, the guitar playing at that point, I love how it changes at the end. It really does. And the guitar solo, in a sense, is kind of acts as this little bit of discord amongst the melody. And I just think that is so cool, so creative, very intelligent. This is a track that it starts off on a different foot, not a wrong foot, obviously. I enjoy the track, so it's my favorite, but it starts off on a different foot. And from that first step, you don't know where it's going because it's taking you somewhere, at least to me, very unexpected. I got the hots for this track. I got the hots for you. All right. Said the dentures to the peach. Said the tide of filth to the bleach. Said the spike to the tomato. Said the curry to the corpse. I got the hots for you. All these things that I guess want the other thing is what I'm kind of feeling looking at the lyrics there. Here I am looking out on a crystal world, floating currents of human eyes, baking land under creamy skies. Said the vicar to the waitress, the best thing about you is your weight. She laughed and then echoed around a fortress, said, wait till you see the statues in my bathroom. Like he's looking at her like looking down on her, but she's laughing like, haha, look at all this stuff I own. Kind of, wait till you see the statues on my bathroom. Like if you have statues in your bathroom, you must be up there. I think. I got the hots for you. I got the hots for you. There she was when you see her, your eyes awake, electric bulbs on a birthday cake. Would you care for a lump of steak or a piece of hake? I don't know what that is, or another take. What's hake? Let's Google that because I've never even heard that word. H-A-K-E. Why'd I say K weird? K-E. It's a fish. So there you go. So he's just saying, or a piece of hake, or some fish, or another take. I got the hots for you. I don't know. It's a great track. I like it. I'll say that. I'll say that. Let's move on to the next one, which I think actually ends the first side of the album. Let me make sure. Yeah, it does actually. That's going to be Insanely Jealous. Not just jealous, but insanely jealous. I'm expecting the next track to have some of that like anger, like the I want to destroy you kind of anger, that bitterness, Let's see. Violin.
She's walking down the street. Me, I'm just invisible, and who or what she walks with makes no difference to me. The people that she meets, she turns them into sideshows. They're just here for their amusement. That's not what I want to be, but I'm insanely jealous of you.
Yeah, I'm insanely jealous of you. The night is black and thick. I wander past your window and I catch a cigarette thrown from a jewel-encrusted hand. It comes on pretty quick, exactly like a crocodile in search of a mirage across the undulating sand. But I'm insanely jealous of you. Yeah, I'm insanely jealous of you. I don't know why the people want to meet when all they know is that they'll breed like rabbits in the end. 'Cause ordinary people on the street, they never know, but if they can't be rabbits, they'll be friends. And I'm insanely jealous of the people that you see. And I'm insanely jealous of the people that aren't me. And I'm insanely jealous of you. Yeah, I'm insanely jealous of you. I just can't let it out. This feeling of insanity is thicker than a barge upon a shattered heap of coal. I know what it's about, like crying from a nightmare, and the one who lies beside you cannot hear to save a soul. But I'm insanely jealous of the people
like these
that
lyrics.
you know, and I'm insanely jealous of the places that you go, and I'm insanely jealous of you. Yeah, I'm insanely jealous of you. The damage that we do is just so powerfully strong, they call it love. And the damage that we do, it just goes on and on and on, not long enough.
Alive. It's all coming alive.
Paint is cracked and dry, the name is now illegible, and everything is lost upon the cracked and blistered hull. Beneath a yellow sky, the lovers trip beside a ship, but all I hear when they embrace is just the kiss of skulls. And I'm insanely jealous of the people that you see, and I'm insanely jealous of the people that I'm me, and I'm insanely jealous of the places that you go, and I'm insanely jealous of the people that you know, and I'm insanely jealous of the hairs upon your path, and I'm insanely jealous of the spiders in your path, and I'm insanely jealous of the stains upon your sheet, and I'm insanely jealous of the stuff inside your feet, and I'm insanely jealous of the things upon your bed, and I'm insanely jealous of the dresses in your head, and I'm insanely jealous of the people that you love, and I'm insanely jealous of the fingers in your glove, and I'm insanely jealous of you. Insanely jealous of you. Insanely jealous of you. Insanely jealous of you.
You gotta say that the band so perfectly captured this feeling that they've put into the lyrics. Insanely jealous. Oh, this was a good track. This is a really good track. I love how it's this constant locomotive rhythm. Like it just moves at that pace, and it keeps that pace, keeps that tempo. I love how it starts off relatively empty. Then, of course, as the bass comes in, you have the fiddle or fiddle, violin, one of the two. You have that just hit two notes, or whatever. Starting off kind of with this bit of suspense, a little Hitchcockian. Hitchcock, Robin, get it? And then it just plays upon that bed for a little bit. The locomotion of the drums, the bass, and then sporadically the guitar would begin to enter a little bit. And the vocals, they so perfectly sound pent up. There's that emotion that is just pent up inside of him. It's been internalized for who knows how long, but it's been too long regardless. And this is him seething. This is him reaching that boiling point. And there's moments where it comes up. Of course, the music comes up and escalates with him, especially guitar-wise. And then it comes back down. And then at the very end, it hits that breaking point and it just goes off. And I really like how the musicianship around the singing captures that so well. Especially you get that frantic kind of frayed nature from the guitar as that begins to speak out. And then especially the bass playing as that comes forward in the mix even more. And the violin even makes a few more appearances throughout, especially at the end, kind of playing more of a lead than anything else it was doing before. That is just such a great way of capturing the emotion, capturing that pent up, just like trying to keep it down, keep it out. The things that you can't say, the things you feel but you can't say and you wouldn't say. But this is him admitting to himself his envious nature and the jealousy that he feels for this other person. In the positive ways, in the negative ways, it doesn't matter. He just feels this pure envy. And I really like the honest way that he's kind of written it here. She's walking down the street. Me? I'm just invisible. And who or where she walks makes no difference to me. The people that she meets, she turns them into sideshows. They're just here for their amusement. That's not what I want to be. But even though he says that's not what he wants to be, he does admit in the next line and in the chorus, but I'm insanely jealous of you. The night is black and thick. I wander past your window and I catch a cigarette thrown from a jewel-encrusted hand. It comes on pretty quick, exactly like a crocodile, in search of a mirage across the undulating sand. I don't know why people want to meet when all they know is that they'll breed like rabbits in the end. And this is a great line that comes after. Because ordinary people on the street, they never know, but if they can't be rabbits, they'll be friends. That's a great way of being friend zoned. I'm putting that out there. But even as he's judging others and this particular subject that he's mentioning with their jewel-encrusted hand, he continually admits, I'm insanely jealous of the people that you see. And I'm also insanely jealous of the people that aren't me. I'm insanely jealous of you. And he admits, I just can't let it out. This feeling of insanity is thicker than a barge upon a shattered heap of coal. I know what it's about, like crying from a nightmare, and the one who lies beside you cannot hear to save your soul. If you've ever had sleep paralysis where, you're in a dream, but you can't move, you can't speak, you can't do anything, and you're feeling all this turmoil, but the person next to you doesn't hear a thing, doesn't know what you're going through, obviously. And I like that he throws that line in there as a nice comparison. The damage that we do is just so powerfully strong. They call it love, and the damage that we do, it just goes on and on, not long enough. And then in the end, he goes on his little rant where he escalates, elevates, and eventually capitulates, I guess you could say. And I'm insanely jealous of the people that you see, the people that aren't me, the places that you go, the people that you know, just every aspect of this other person's life. The hairs on your back, spiders in your path. Like even the negative things, he's just like, he just doesn't want to be him. Perhaps he has a little bit of self-loathing. Stains upon your sheet. I don't know what that means. Stuff inside your feet. Things upon your bed. The jerk that's in your head. The people that you love. The fingers on your glove. I'm insanely jealous of you. That's really good. And I think that that's a fantastic way of finishing off the first side of the album here. So, without further ado, hold on, take a sip of coffee. It's a bit lukewarm. Now, why is lukewarm a phrase? Who's Luke? And why has he never been hot nor cold? Let's move on into the next side of the album, starting off with the track Tonight. Here we go. That bass had no reason to go that hard for just that moment.
When you're older, looking around, you will hear a familiar sound. I'll be gone, but I'll still be around tonight. When you turn the key to your door, someone's been inside there before. It was me, but you don't know.
Well, that's troubling. Phased out here at the end. I'm probably always using the wrong terminology, but what is it called when they do that at the end? Because I always call it phasing, but I don't know if that's exactly what's happening. I don't know when it turns from like into this almost proto auto tune kind of sounds like. I don't know. I can't describe it. Anyways, tonight is kind of a softer. Well, it is a softer point of entry into the B side rather than the more angst-filled A side. Definitely not an "I Want to Destroy You" kind of track. But I feel like there's a riddle in here. Because whatever he's supposed to be, he's everywhere. He's in all these different places and all these different situations, and I can't figure out what he's supposed to be. Regardless, the bass line obviously is a standout here. I like the whole mood of the track. I don't feel like a lot individually stands out on this one, but I don't mean that in a negative way. I just feel like it's more of like a gentle takeoff for this particular side of the album. And I like that. I feel like it's a nice kind of refreshing change in here, and it keeps on leading me to this curious step of where are we going to go next, because the band has already shown a lot of promise and unique sounds in what they do in their approaches to music, and I'm just curious where they go from here. But tonight was kind of a nice little, and I'm ready to go zoom in now. All right, I'm here tonight, or I'm here and everywhere tonight. I'm here and everywhere tonight. In the trails made by ships, in the sway of a teddy girl's hips, in the curl of a teddy boy's lips tonight, in the trails of the aeroplanes make, I'm in an old pensioner's cake. I'm not here for just anyone's sake tonight. So what is he? This is a riddle. In the places nobody goes, I'll be there with a very long nose. Tonight where nobody sees, tonight I'm under the trees. I've waited for so long, if nothing goes wrong, it's all right. When you're older looking around, you will hear a familiar sound. I'll be gone, but I'll still be around tonight. When you turn the key to your door, someone's been inside there before. It was me, but you don't know what for tonight. Is he deaf? But I don't think that makes sense. In the back of a broken down car, on the rim of a vacuum jar, I'll be with you wherever you are tonight. Tonight, I'll be with you. What is he supposed to be? I want to know. Someone's got to have an answer out there. Soft boys tonight meaning. Someone has to know. Someone has to have an idea. Nope. One comment, and that's not what it is. Oh, someone has to know who he is. This song is more straightforward, if no less disturbing. A stalker tale without a clear relationship between the narrator and the object of his attention. It is at once creepy and compelling. So is that really what it's for? Or what it's about? Maybe I was thinking too deeply. I was thinking metaphorical like a riddle, but maybe it's just about... But I don't think that makes sense. In an old age pensioner's cake? In the trails the airplanes make? I mean, there is some sort of following happening. I don't know if it's a stalker necessarily. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Either way, let's move on to the next track, which is going to be You'll Have to Go Sideways. Like when you're passing someone and it's like a narrow place, you're like, okay, you gotta shuffle by it. A little 7-8 never hurt nobody. Some keys now, huh? Some organ or synth? A mosquito like buzzing. I like the little synths that are gliding around here. I love how energetic and fun that drumming is too underneath this. I really like the addition of these synths in here, just kind of flying around in coordinated patterns. I'm gonna let the next song play really quick because it was instrumental. Just a super quick thing I wanted to say. I really like this instrumental. Love the addition of those synths in there. This kind of reminds me of like an instrumental track off of Bill Nelson's album that we listened to. With Hope for the Heartbeat. Oh, I can't remember the name of the album right now. I see the album cover. I see him doing his best Sylvian impression and the goddess next to him. You know what album I'm talking about. But this reminds me of one of the instrumentals off of that section. Like Escalator or something like, I don't know. There has like a something, like a certain feel in there. Anyways, I just want to make that point. Great little track. Let's move on to the next one, which is Old Pervert. That's a great drum pattern. I love how the open hi-hat's used to mark.
Around
drinking bleach is the right way to approach that.
And I could show you one or two things right there in my city. So
Okay.
come on, baby.
Guitar is going off. Oh, I gotta tell you, the band does a great job, a fantastic job of capturing the title of the track, of capturing the lyrics in their music. Because not only the way was Robin singing kind of creepy, in an old pervert kind of way, but even the music, doesn't it have that kind of creepy, and not in a scary movie horror monster kind of way, but like underbelly, filthy, perverted. Like there's a certain sound that the band has captured in there, and I gotta say, and I gotta hand it over to that drum pattern from Morris Windsor here. That is such a great pattern, and the inclusion of the cowbell for some reason adds this cold metallic kind of feel into it as well. And I guess even the way that the drum is marching, just I like the way that the hi-hat, the open hi-hat, is used in the beginning to kind of like call that mark and, you know, bring it all around again. And then the guitar from Kimberly and Robin there is also doing a lot of that work too. And what I was thinking about is listening to their guitar in here, which, you know, is still playing into that kind of obtuse, abstract, discord kind of sound. It reminds me in some ways of how Fripp plays guitar in a lot of, you know, the things that he plays guitar in. And I'm not necessarily comparing the two and saying they sound like they're, you know, using the same techniques or whatever, but more in the way that they add in this unique scenery, this unique soundscape to the music that they're playing in. And by adding that little bit of unique flavor, it really changes the whole horizon and the whole atmosphere of the track. And I'm really looking at the guitar playing and feeling that same feeling in how they both do that, Hitchcock and Rue. And I think that absolutely is a great thing that they're doing here. Like I said, the way they kind of capture the feeling, yep, I think they did a great job of that. I'm an old pervert and I hang around under the bridge. Well, I'm an old pervert and I hang around under the bridge. I won't do you no harm. I just want to show you what's in my fridge. So come on, little girl. Is your name Hester or maybe it's Midge? I don't know what that might mean. Well, they say that I'm weird and disinfectant is the only thing I drink. They say that I'm weird and disinfectant is the only thing I drink. But cleanliness of the soul is more important, don't you think? If you want to clean your soul, you need to drink Jesus, not drink bleach. So come on, baby. I'm an old pervert. I just don't get around much more. Sometimes I feel it evaporating through the door, but come on, pretty baby. And I show you how I let you score. Do not go under that bridge. Do not go near that bridge. Nope. Nope. So you find another way around. Because he's waiting down there. Let's move on into the next track, which is Queen of Eyes. Here we go.
Blinking on and off, it's the Queen of Eyes with a carapace shell and her black
We're back to this kind of
lace
Beatles
ties.
kink sound.
I don't know
Birds.
why she never gets anywhere with you. Mucky the pig is out on a limb. He's looking for someone to investigate him. I don't know why he never gets anywhere with you. Here I am again, it's no surprise. Locked in orbit round the Queen of Eyes. All I ever got from her was lies. In this horrible age of abuse and decay,
That's good.
it's good to know that somebody's looking okay. I don't know why she never gets anywhere with you. Blinking on and off, it's the Queen of Eyes with a carapace shell and her black lace thighs. I don't know why she never gets anywhere. I don't know why she never gets anywhere. I don't know why she never gets anywhere with
Love that drum. Do you guys find it as impressive as I do how the band so fluidly moves between different styles and moves between different genres, basically between tracks? I mean, coming off of the dirty, filthy, rough-edged old pervert, we move right back into what we heard before with this Beatles quality, and they move perfectly into it. Like they just flow right into it, like they weren't just talking about being an old pervert under the bridge. They move into this so well, and they sound great doing it. Once again, those beautiful harmonies coming out, just like Rays of Sunshine. The drumming was really nice at certain moments when you get into that bump, but the bump, but the bump, but the bump, bump. That kind of rambling gallop kind of sound. I really enjoy that personally. And the whole thing is put down very well. And when I hear this style from a band like in 1980, I'm just thinking that they're really playing up towards that 60s kind of sound, you know? And I think that they do a really fantastic job. But it's just such a curveball coming off of Old Pervert into Queen of Eyes. Blinking on and off, it's the Queen of Eyes with a carapace shell and her black lace thighs. I don't know why she never gets anywhere with you. Lucky the pig is out on a limb. He's looking for someone to investigate him. I don't know why he never gets anywhere with you. Here I am again, it's no surprise, locked in orbit round the Queen of Eyes. All I ever got from her was lies. I gotta tell you, I do not know what they're talking about, who the Queen of Eyes is, or what it represents, or what she represents. In this horrible age of abuse and decay, it's good to know that somebody is looking okay. I don't know why she never gets anywhere with you. And then just repeats from there. Like, is it Queen of Eyes, like all eyes are on her, in a sense all eyes serve her because they're always looking at her? But even if so, I don't get it. Sometimes I look at lyrics and I'm reading them like, I just don't know. And this is one of those times. And with that, let's move on into the last track, the final song here on the album, which is actually going to be the title track, Underwater Moonlight. So let's go ahead and dive in. Hope that you guys have enjoyed the journey so far. Let's go ahead and glide down the runway to the final destination. Here we go.
He was white and she was white as only statues are. 50 years they stood there looking stupid by a jar. One night in mid-August when the moonlight got too strong. They climbed off their pedestal and then they sang this song. Past the gun emplacement and the bones as white as bleach, through the rats and ivy till they came out on a beach, out into the ocean till they disappeared from view. Honey, when it gets you, there's just nothing you can do. Underwater moonlight sets the body free. Underwater moonlight, baby, you and me. Underwater moonlight, underwater moonlight.
It's that guitar going wild as the harmonies from the rest of the band come out.
He was pink and she was pink, and onward they did row. Didn't see the giant squid go, it was fairly slow. When they hit the bottom, they were well and truly dead. The statues took their place and then they rode back home instead. Underwater moonlight, take your baby down. Underwater moonlight, watch your baby drown with love. And in the moonlight, underwater moonlight,
Seligman just said, let's go.
underwater moonlight, underwater moonlight.
It's that guitar. What a great transition. What a great build-up. Let's back down.
Once again, I can take you down. Let's see. You feel the fish, and you can feel the
Rapid de-escalation.
moonlight sets the body free. Underwater moonlight, baby, you and me. Underwater moonlight, underwater moonlight, underwater moonlight, underwater moonlight.
Man, some bands, some albums, they don't quite stick the landing when you hit the end, but I think that the title track, to me, as it should be like that main centerpiece of the album. Not necessarily track list wise, but you know, if you're gonna name a song after the album or an album after the song, like it should be the heart. It should be, I think, perfectly kind of capturing your band. I think that they did a great job, not only with that, because this track sounds like not only the perfect conclusion and send off for the band on this album, but it also kind of captures a lot of the things that we've heard throughout the album, but in this kind of highlighted fashion. So I'm going to say it for the whole album, but I'm focusing on this particular song when I call out once again the guitars. I think the guitars do such a great job of driving the music, of course, but also providing that atmosphere, providing that certain tone that the album and the band has had throughout. They just play so frantically yet melodically. There's a lot of extra detail I'm hearing in the guitar playing, but since I'm not like a guitarist and it's not usually like the thing I focus on and I don't know the techniques and stuff, it's something that I'm not really familiar with and I don't feel at any point qualified to like talk about. So sometimes that goes under the radar when it comes to me, but I'm hearing it. I'm hearing it in here, and it is so wonderful how they're playing. The chorus, the way that he sings out, I think is delightful. It's very catchy. Underwater moonlight. Obviously, I'm singing completely off. The reintroduction of some of the past elements as well is very welcome in here. The violin making a reappearance, and it's like this big celebration, this grand send-off for this conclusion of the album. And I think it sounds absolutely wonderful. The drumming, once again, is great. The bass playing is great. Everything's great. Everything's just dandy. He was white and she was white, as only statues are. 50 years they stood there looking stupid by a jar. One night in mid-August, when the moonlight got too strong, they climbed off their pedestal and then they sang this song. And I like how before the next verse comes in, there's a little bit of a musical change, and it almost acts as if like that's their song, this little musical instrumental interlude there. Past the gun emplacement and the bones as white as beach, or bleach, through the rats and ivy till they came out on a beach, out into the ocean till they disappeared from view. Honey, when it gets you, there's nothing you can do. Underwater moonlight sets the body free. Underwater moonlight, baby, you and me. So I'm getting this kind of mythical story of these two statues that like they're trying to become real people or trying to come alive, and to do that they have to go underwater and expose themselves to underwater moonlight, it seems. He was pink and she was pink, so now they did change. And onward they did row, I'm assuming. Didn't see the giant squid, though it was fairly slow. When they hit the bottom, they were well and truly dead. The statues took their place, and then they rowed back home instead. Across the sea, once again, I can take you down below the sea. Why don't you feed the fish? I'll make you feed the fish. I'll watch you feed the fish. So I feel like I'm messing up when it comes to the story, but I feel like the statues went underwater, turned into people, but they couldn't swim, so they drowned. And so now they are feeding the fish. That's like, that's what I'm kind of getting out of this track. I could be like 100% wrong, but that's what I'm kind of feeling when I'm looking at it. Looking at some of the information on this album, it says that initially it was unsuccessful, but it has gone on to be viewed as a psychedelic classic, influential on the development of neo-psychedelia. It was recorded between January and June of 1980 in Alaska and London. The London sessions were produced by Pat Collier, while the Cambridge sessions were produced by Spaceward Studios staff. Oh, and I guess not in Alaska. It was at the Alaska and James Morgan Studios in London. So, you know, comprehension. Sometimes you gotta read it. But yeah, really, really great album. Easily, I would say my favorite songs are I Got the Hots. That was just so cool to listen to. Underwater Moonlight, I think, as well. And then Old Pervert, just because of how different and great it sounded in there. That's what I'm kind of leaning towards, but there's some really great tracks on this album. So great stuff there. Hope that you guys enjoyed spending some time with me and listening to the music. Of course, if you did, press the like button if you didn't already. If you got this far, I'm assuming you're already subscribed. Support the channel and what I do on Patreon. Leave a comment down below, even if you're just saying hi. I like just to say hi. So thank you so much for spending the day with me. And, well, I hope not the whole day, because I guess it hasn't been the whole day. It's been like an hour. Have a great one, guys, and I will talk to you all tomorrow. Bye.